Hello everybody and welcome to sZone-online. This is a free-to-play game that I've got on Steam. I've never played it before, and I just thought it might be interesting. I'm not going to go on PvP, just because I haven't, obviously, I've never played this before, so who knows what's going to happen. It is a shooting game. Oh, I guess native or alien. I don't know. This interesting. See, there's one slight problem, which I do find is the problem with a lot of games, is that I can change the resolution and all that, but I can't actually change it, if you get what I'm saying, because when I set it, it doesn't account for my the bar at the bottom of my screen, which is my thing, and I can't maximize it. I don't know why. So basically, I've got this window, and I can't always reach the bits at the bottom without my thing just kind of disappearing or whatever. I could be a girl or a... Sure, we'll go with that. Oh, diesel. Oh, flip. Is there a whole range? This is interesting. There are quite a lot of these. I don't know that they really change much. We'll go with that was Doc, I think, somewhere along that. We'll do that. Wind cheater, hockey, leather jacket, shirt, red, brown, grey, green. We'll go with the leather jacket. What are the gloves? Oh, gloves, semi-gloves bike. We'll go with semi-gloves. I don't really know what to think of this. I mean, it's interesting, definitely. I like the looks of it. It looks quite... It's free to play, so make sure that if you like what you see to get it. Combat, tracking, green, brown, black, brown, black. These both black. I don't really see the... I think I'll just stick with combat. I can't really see the boots very much. Input a name of your character. Blimey. Not much FPS, is there? Set a limit. I don't really know. Well, I think we'll just go with, no, we won't do my name. We'll do John Johnson. What are invalid? Oh, it's gonna be, isn't it? It's gonna be you can't do spaces. Checking availability. I think the thing is, because it's MMO, this is why it's doing this. I don't know why it's taking so... I don't know whether it's just my computer. I mean, as you can probably hear, my computer is dying. But this game... I don't know. I mean, compared to Portal 2, it didn't take that long. And I was saving a video at the time. But it did take a while to install. Why I'm doing this mainly is because this game is pretty much brand new. It was released 23rd or something of December, 26th? Maybe. Sometime in the December just gone, now that we're in 2016. So, it is a pretty new game. Some of the controls might seem a bit weird. I think it's... I don't know, maybe I'm just not used to it. Obviously, movement is WASD, crouch is C, to throw a grenade is G, aiming is right click, and I think that means using your scope, because obviously you kind of move your view or whatever. I think F4 changes it from first person to third person or whatever, I don't know what the view's going to be like. Seriously? Can I not just put in something else? Like, John Johnson. Or is it going to take forever to do that? This is annoying that it's taking this long. Character customization, I think, is interesting. It's presets, but there are quite a lot of them. I don't know how many combinations there are. Probably some ridiculous amount. But I feel like it's good. Definitely. I think this is going to be good. Wait, can I just click finish now? That, oh, okay. I think we'll play. We'll play as John Johnson here. Oh, it's not responding. I don't know whether the frame rates are gonna like suddenly go up once we start playing. Because, you know, you get this with most games, like Minecraft, you kind of get one, like I'm getting now, you know, very low frames per second when it's loading. But I'm just kind of thinking, is the whole game going to be like this? I turned the graphics setting to medium. For a free-to-play MMO that's only come out recently, this game does seem to have a lot of work put into it. Which is interesting, because I get that obviously free-to-play is a big thing at the moment, but I don't think this really has microtransactions or anything. I don't really know what to expect. Pardon me. Yeah. So it's set in a post-apocalyptic world, and it's a shooter game, I think. I'm guessing it's going to be something like Fallout, except maybe not so sci-fi. Fallout wasn't very sci-fi. I don't know. I don't know it's going to have many story elements. Testing. I know you have found my radio. You don't have to answer. Any returning signal will be muffled by the anomalous field. Anomalous field. But I can see you through the satellite cameras. If you got this message, please make a few steps. So these are people. All these people running about. Thus go Ting Tong. These are real people other than town security, I don't think. Wait, can I find my gun? Well, it made a gunshot sound, but in the bag that was next to the radio, there was a bag? Well, that's interesting. Oh, that's nice. How do I do it? Do I just click on it? Always keep your weapon. Oh. Oh, yeah, I've got my gun. There's a person. Flip. Look. I can, like... Yeah, it kind of zooms in a bit. Not very much. But that's what happens when I right-click. This is very laggy. I am aware of this. Actually, options, video. I'm gonna turn it to low. Just because I think... Thing is, the one thing I'm thinking about this is that it's a new game. And I'm thinking... If this was PvP, unless the spawn zone is protected, it's really not gonna work. It's interesting that everyone's a guy. Oh wait, is that not the right person? He said something in Russian or whatever, I think. Oh, blimey. Oh, flip. So there's no collision sensing in this game. I'm really confused. Oh, okay, those are like buttons. I thought those were her nipples. So I'm not allowed to shoot here. I don't know what all that shooting sound was then. Oh, blimey. I don't really know what I'm supposed to be doing. I don't know whether it's that it's an... So, you see C is crowd. Oh, blimey. Obviously, I don't know if it's this laggy for other people. I'm just gonna stop. We're back from sZone-online or whatever. I know I didn't give it much of a chance. Honestly, I spent like 15 minutes on the thing. But the thing was, those 15 minutes didn't interest me. Maybe it's my computer, or maybe it's just the way the game's made, but it was very laggy, for starters. And then even once, and it may be internet connection as well, it is quite stormy today. Even once I turned the graphics right down, it was still just as laggy. And maybe that's the problem with their servers. It is a free-to-play new game. It took quite a while for where it was set up. Once it was set up, there was the character creation I really liked. I thought that was good. It was interesting. I liked it. And I obviously, as well as what I saw, there was a whole bunch of options if you wanted to be like other people. Like there was an alien, which I didn't really get, and a mutant thing, but I think that might have been locked for me because I hadn't played the game before. But then, for one thing, naming your character, obviously it must be like your in-game name that shows up, but you couldn't put in spaces, which was a thing that really kind of just got to me. And I know most games have that, like Minecraft, you can't do spaces. But I just kind of thought it was more that you were naming characters and people rather than coming up with a username. And then once it did do that, it spent forever checking availability when actually I could have played like that whole time. And then once I did stop playing, obviously the gameplay is very laggy. I had to turn the quality down and it was still laggy. Considering that at the start, while it was loading, there was like music. I thought there would be that same kind of music in the game and while I was making character creation, but no. I don't know whether they are original. They might not be. They might be. But the gun sounds and everything just felt very, typical. It was like what you'd expect. The kind of, royalty-free gunshot that everyone uses or whatever. Then again, you had what the game asked me to do. It gave me a quick rundown of the controls. But the thing was, the stuff at the side, which I was supposed to be reading, there was a lot of it, and I did not want to read it. I just wasn't interested, couldn't be bothered. I'd already looked at the controls in the controls, and other than it having to explain to me how to go into my inventory and get out a gun, I pretty much knew how to do everything. I mean, I knew how to crouch, and it hadn't told me that. I know that it's probably not particularly supposed to have a story, but it seemed to me like, at least in the EU PvE, the thing was broken. Because I hadn't seen anyone go off anywhere, and granted I could have explored more, and I didn't, which I probably should have, but I went up to where the arrow was, I pressed F, like it told me to, and absolutely nothing. Nothing happened other than what had happened. Like, nothing happened, and I'm thinking, what's going on? Nothing's happening. I'm doing what the game is telling me, and nothing's happening. And I just thought, that's not good. And that's when I really wanted to quit. I mean, I'd looked about a bit. The game was laggy, it wasn't working, and so far it just wasn't fun. I had my gun, but I couldn't fire it. I tried. I did use the controls. They all kind of worked. But it's what, and it may be because I had to turn my graphics down. But the graphics did seem poor. Obviously, they probably would have looked better if I had it on high. But even at the start, when I had it on medium, they were just kind of typical. They reminded me of slightly higher definition versions of like the first Tomb Raider games. I just didn't really like it. I couldn't get into it, and maybe it's because I'm more into story games, and it was a shooter game. But obviously, I didn't shoot my gun at all. I didn't get any grenades. I didn't progress in the story or whatever, and I just didn't understand it. And the thing was, I feel like everyone around me was having that same experience where they didn't understand it and they didn't know what was going on, because I was having that. And then they're there and they're all running around kind of just not doing anything. And then you have a whole group of them around the guy that I'm trying to talk to, and I think they were all trying to do the same thing, and just nothing was working. So overall, I rate this game 5 out of 10 because it looks like it's got great promise. It's got promise. I think it could be better, but I think as of now it doesn't look like that's going to be happening, or at least not right now. That hasn't happened. I just don't know, because it all looked really good. I mean, obviously I didn't watch a trailer or anything. I don't know whether it had a trailer on the Steam thing. But I look at it and I think this looks fun. It's advertised as a shoot game, which I'm alright with. I mean, I've played Halo, I've played COD, I want to play Fallout 4. Don't think I played anything else, really, that's I remember playing a lot of that's a good shooter game. But, I just couldn't get into it. And maybe it is that I don't like shooter games, maybe it's my PC, maybe it's the internet connection. And obviously, because I was lagging, everyone else seemed to be lagging though. And normally when you're lagging, the most annoying bit is you can see everyone else around you isn't having any trouble. But to me it looked like they all were too. And I don't think anyone knew what to do, and that was its problem. No one knew what to do, and the tutorial was in-depth, but it wasn't in-depth on the right things. And maybe it was that it was just broken. But it just didn't seem like they had put that much effort into the start of the game. You are smack bang in what appears to be an open area, really. But then you're not really seeing very much. I think there might have been a train or something next to me. I didn't notice it, and then I noticed there was a kind of town hall thing. And there was a guy who I wasn't sure who was the players and who wasn't. And I could hear all these shots and everything, and I don't have my gun until, a minute in or so, and then even then I couldn't fire it, I don't think. And I just didn't get what was going on. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know whether it was broken. So, 5 out of 10 pork chops. Thanks for watching, everybody. Please remember to hit the like button and leave a comment saying what you thought of it if you've played the game yourself. I mean, I'm sure you can go and download it and try it out, and maybe you'll have a better time than I did. So, yes, make sure to share this video. Bye!